welcome to Look Around Florida. I'm glad y'all could be here tonight. Just type in chat who you are, and if you're in the mechanized cavalry, just let me know uh, what battalion and company you're with. Hey, Derek. Hey, Linda. Good to see both of you. Wow, Tennessee Division. Woohoo! All right. Or if you're in the SCV camp, just let me know what camp you represent, or OCR. I love seeing everything being well represented. Tap outs in the chat tonight. There's a story behind that, but we won't talk about it publicly. If David wants to talk about it, let David talk about it. But I got David King with us tonight. He's behind the scenes right now. AOT Councilman Roy Hudson's in the house. Woohoo! Good evening, Roy. Good to see you. So, not much to talk about tonight. We are going to do some mechanized cavalry news and a review on the annual that just happened this weekend. This past weekend. Dirty Mitch, good to see you, buddy. I tell you what, me personally, I had a blast seeing all my friends and making new ones. It was a blast. So we got 9 people now. Let's bring up David King, our captain of the Florida Mechanized Cavalry and lieutenant commander for the Southwest Florida region. Hey, David.
Hey, everybody. I didn't want to come on here until we had at least 100 people, Sean.
Give it time. We can talk and joke or whatever.
So what you want to do? You want to talk about last weekend and give a recap and talk about what's coming up in the Metcalf in Florida?
Yeah. Oh, Bobby Grenier just joined us.
Uh-oh. We better behave ourselves now.
Oh, boy. I figured he would have had enough of us last weekend.
You would have thought so. Okay, let's see here. We had the 28th annual Mechanized Cavalry national event last weekend in Tavares, Florida. Thanks to our gracious host, Barbara Grenier. And I'll go a little bit further back. Normally, we have all of our events in Cedar Key, but after the 2 hurricanes hit us back to back in October, when I called up that there was no way that they would be ready for 150, 175 people from all over the country to show up, and the accommodations weren't there. The community center that we always rented is now officially City Hall. They don't have a community center right now. So I was scrambling in my mind, and then all of a sudden it popped up. Let me call Bobby Grenier over in Tavares. And made a phone call to Bobby. Me and Ronnie Nichols went over there, I don't know, probably 9 months ago, maybe even longer than that, and spent the day with Bobby walking around town. He was showing us everything. Got the motel owners involved. Pretty much had the whole motel locked down. Everything was rolling along. Then I get guys from out of state calling me, telling me that the host hotel, as we call it, is no longer in business. So I called Bobby, and he told me to calm down because now we're really scrambling. Now it's getting crunch time, and Bobby told me there was new ownership that he personally knew that was taking the motel over. So that was good news. It was rolling along pretty good. We had some problems with reservations from the old owners to the new owners and the new people trying to get a new system in, blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is everybody got a room that wanted a room. Everybody that came in town got taken care of at the motel, and we had a good time. That's how the annual started. Once we got there Thursday morning early, we got everything set up in the community center that we rented and had it all set up. Thursday night, everything was good. Friday morning, we had our national meeting, and I have sat in those meetings and annuals up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I begged Kevin Stone, please make this short and sweet. We really had no major problems. I hope all the problems in mechanized cavalry are finally behind us after the last couple of years. So we were out of the meeting, I think around 12 o'clock. At that time, me and Roy Hudson and Bobby Grenier and Bobby's wife Marley, we made a little road trip over to Leesburg for a radio show that they host every Friday, a historical hour. So me and Roy sat in there with Bobby, and I forget the host name, excuse me, but we talked about the SCV, a little bit about the mechanized cavalry, and our personal family history. Whatever questions they were asking us, we were able to answer the questions. Got back about 2 o'clock. The guys that were left over from Florida and guys from the other states and the girls, the OCR girls, my God, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have got nothing done this weekend. They had everything all set up. The band come rolling in. We had supper at 4 o'clock. The band played from 6 to 10. We actually had a wedding between the break. When the band took a break, we actually had a wedding. The boy from North Carolina got married, so that was cool. And other than a bunch of shenanigans and stuff we probably won't want to talk about on social media, we're going to leave it at that. But I just appreciate everybody that took their time to come down to the state of Florida, spend a lot of money in the state of Florida, and the girls, my wife, Kathy, I'm going to try to name them all. Sandy Coyle, Dixie Robinson from Virginia, Marty, Ronnie's wife. It just goes on and on and on of all the help we had with serving, and everybody naturally picked up cleaning up. All the guys, nobody left a big mess around there, so cleaning up was really painless, which that's normally how we operate. And then I got home Sunday morning, and Sunday evening, about 8 o'clock, Bobby Grenier called me, and I'm like, oh, here we go, man. Here we go. And we got an open invitation. The Sons of Confederate Veterans, anything we want to do, mechanized cavalry, whatever organization we belong to, open invitation to the city of Tavares anytime we want to. All the vendors, the people that own the restaurants and the bars and the coffee shops, and especially the motel owner, because we had a situation with the pool. My phone was ringing at 8 o'clock Friday night before we even got there. Some people came in early and the pool wasn't working. Like, I can't do nothing about the pool. I'm not a pool guy. There's plenty of pool guys in Lake County. Call a pool guy. They finally got the pool open, I think. Was it, Kathy, Wednesday morning? I think the pool finally. No, I was open before that. Anyway. Let's say Thursday morning, for argument's sake. Finally, the pool got open and everything was fine for the weekend. So, all in all, with all the aggravation that we had to go through, I think everything went fine. There's always going to be a couple glitches. Anybody that ever does one of these kind of things, just expect a glitch or two here or there. So that's it, in a nutshell. Is anybody asking any questions, Sean?
Not yet. But the part I like, and I took Bobby's Grenier's recommendation. I checked out the museum there, and as soon as I walked in the door, historical Florida flag was hanging down off the rafters. I thought that was pretty cool, and the body blue. I learned a lot of their history of Traverse. I saw the pictures of the Confederate veterans that started that town. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you can't go wrong if you go to Tavares, Florida.
Nope.
You can't go wrong. And they got a good guy right now running the show. You can't beat Bobby Grenier.
Yep.
First class. Okay, well, if there's nobody asking anything, and if you say something, Sean, just chime in. But
yep.
The next thing I want to say is everybody that's watching all over wherever, get the word out to you guys in your SCV camps. It's due season. We're going to start paying our camp dues at our first meeting in next month. I was at the Stonewall Jackson camp meeting in Clearwater last night. with Bobby Van Zant, Mitch, and Randy Bailey and them guys. They've already started collecting dues. Get your dues in, because the only way you can be a member of the Sons of Confederate Veterans Mechanized Cavalry is if you are a member in good standing with the Sons of Confederate Veterans. And what I do about every October, once the dues are all in and everybody that's going to pay late's come in, I will get with Rick Roberts and get a roster for the Florida guys that are in the Mechanized Cavalry. And I'll call them, give them a couple chances to get their dues called up. And if their dues aren't called up by second week in November, they get pulled off the roster. So that's the minimum you can do in this organization, is pay your camp dues, the bare minimum. And that's that on that.
Welcome, AOT Commander Carl Jones.
Now it's really getting serious.
Well, you got our president of the Florida OCR, Annette Lindsay, also.
Well, I'm tapping out. I can't say I'm tapping out. We got somebody else tapping out. I can't handle all the big wheels, man. But like I said, bare minimum to being a member of the Mechanized Cavalry, you have to get your dues called up. And I call that roster every year about November. Now, if somebody comes back in December, gets their dues called up, and put it back on the roster. But we don't carry guys in Florida that aren't current SCV members. Dues paid. Jumping out of the frying pan into the fire, right straight from Tavares in November, guys, we have our annual state meeting. This is an election year, and I think everybody in Florida knows by now I will not be running again to be captain of the Mechanized Cavalry. 13 years is long enough. It's time to let somebody else do it. We've announced it. Everybody knows it. If anybody wants to run for the captain of the state of Florida, get with me. We'll get it all worked out. So far, the only one that's announced is Ronnie Nichols. And the way we do it in Florida, everybody that has been an officer with me for the last few years, when I'm done, they're done. We don't have votes in the state of Florida, never have for 20 years for officers in the state. That's appointed by the state captain. And all the officers already know that, so that's not going to be a problem. But we're going to go back to Grape Hammock Fish Camp in Lake Wales the weekend of November 7th through the 9th. And the meeting is going to be on November 8th at 10 o'clock in the morning in the same kitchen, little community room, whatever they want to call it, where we did last year. And when we left last year, I reserved the one cabin that we used last year, the big one that y'all stayed in. And then we also put deposit on the other one where we sat on the back porch. The one that we stayed in last year holds, let's see here, man. I got 10 single beds, but they're like 2 beds to a room. That worked out for everybody with the long kitchen and all that. And right now I have 7 people written down that said they wanted to pay to stay in that cabin. I will send everybody out an email here the next few days to try to get commitments to fill that cabin up. And we also have the other cabin, which sleeps 9, but it's got like big bedrooms. There's like 4 beds in each bed. It's not like, 2 beds in a room, which is a little bit more private than when y'all stayed in last year. So I'm going to set a deadline on the email. And if I don't have any response from anybody by a certain date and we can't fill up the second cabin, I'm going to cancel that reservation. I've already talked to the lady at Grape Hammock. She has no problem with that, but I don't want to cancel out a week before in case they have some other group that might want to come in there and use that cabin. I don't want to put them in a bind. Everybody stays in the cabin. However many people it is, that's what's going to be divided up to pay the bill in the cabin. I think last year it cost you guys, $40? Yeah. Something like that for the whole, $20 a night. It was like the cabins are $195 a night plus $5 over 6. So you can't beat it for $40. Mike Reynolds is going to cook again Friday night. And Bobby's going to do the catfish cook on Saturday night. And we have plenty of paper towels, and all forks and stuff like that left over from the annual. So Ronnie's got all that up there at his place. So he'll bring that down so we won't have to be spending no money on all that. And I'm trying to think, man. That's about all I really have as far as talking about last weekend and what's coming up. Now we got Texas in a couple weeks. A few of us are going to be going to Texas in a couple weeks.
Yep.
For the
Looking
national
to,
reunion.
yeah, I'm looking to be able to catch up with friends throughout the country.
That's going to be a long ride from here, but here we go.
Yep.
Does anybody out there want to take Jeff Cotton with them so me and Sean don't have to?
There we go. We go with
No volunteers, Sean?
not yet.
Okay.
Oh, that's from Bobby Grenier.
I will be working on that, Bobby. I'm not going to promise you nothing because we have no control over that situation right now, but I will be twisting some ears. I guarantee you on that.
Come on, guys. We got David here. Feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, I don't talk much.
Roy's defending Jeffro.
Well, he can take him up there then.
We're just going to hog tie him and hit him with the ball peen hammer once and throw him in the back of the truck.
It worked going to Arkansas. It worked going to Arkansas. We'll try it again, man.
Yep.
But anyway, everything's good down here, man. We have some other states that have issues right now in the mechanized cavalry, but we don't have any issues. We haven't had any issues for I can't tell you how long our names come up anywhere. I'm trying to keep it that way. And I know if Ronnie wins the election, then I know we don't have to worry about that with Ronnie either, because Ronnie travels all over the country and knows everybody. And we got a good bunch of guys down here in the state of Florida. And we keep our, whatever it is, we try to keep it in-house. We don't let it get out too far out of hand.
Yep. Got a question?
Yes, I got a warehouse full of them, Ronnie, and a truckload coming.
From my area, depending on David or Jeffro's schedule, I'm looking at October to be setting a headstone down here.
I think the next big run we have, because we try to do them, try to group them in at least a couple counties so we can hit a bunch of them all at once, is going to be in Sumter County, in Center Hill. I think we got 6, 5 in one cemetery and 1 right down the road about a half a mile. So that's no big deal, man. We won't be running, we have run all over Polk County and Hillsborough County, and that's a long day, but that's what we do. So, and Donna said any time, but hell, I work out in the heat, man. I don't want to be setting headstones on Saturday in the heat if we can get out of it.
Yep.
But I think I have. I just took.
Woo.
I took 3 to Bob Highball at the Florida Division reunion. We swapped them for my truck and put them in his truck. So he's got 3 up there for somewhere around Citrus County, Marion County, in his area. And then Sean's got the one down there in Southwest Florida.
Yep.
And I'm trying to limit what we do in the Tampa Bay area to, Hillsborough, Polk, maybe Wildwood to Sarasota and Polk County. But there are a lot of them in Polk County.
Yep.
But yeah, don't worry about running out of headstones. We got plenty of them to do.
Yep, and more to come.
And more to come.
Welcome, Ray.
Who?
Ray Easter.
Oh, Ray Easter.
Yep.
Hey, Bo, how you doing? Kathy said hi, Ray. She ain't heard from you in a couple hours. Ray is the major for 2nd Battalion, I believe. He's out of Virginia.
He keeps typing in Yellow Daisy.
Yellow Daisy? Well, When he says purple, I'm hanging up, buddy. That's a little
Uh,
inside joke.
yep. Our Florida Division chaplain just joined the chat, Kim Hofecker.
Well, good evening, Mr. Hoffnecker. But I don't have a whole lot to say because everything's pretty much on cruise control right
For
now.
right now.
As soon as I say that, something will bust loose tomorrow. My phone will be ringing.
Yep.
But my main thing is, my main concern or main deal is right now is making sure everybody's got somewhere to stay in November down there at Grape Hammock. And not mess them up because they open the place up for us and do what we got to do. They love us there.
Yep.
It's a shame we don't go to Cedar Key anymore, but another hurricane, Cedar Key might not even exist.
This is true. Bring your fishing poles and bug spray for Grape Hammock.
Bring some extra cash for an airboat ride.
Yeah.
Or bring your gator jig and go out there and grab a gator out of the pond while you're there.
That's possible. Knowing our crew.
But like I said, we'll have the meeting at 10 o'clock in the morning and get all the business taken care of. Then we'll go back here and Bobby will start cooking or whatever, and just hang out. Oh, I'll be calling Annette Lindsay, or my wife will be calling Annette Lindsay and volunteering me for stuff I don't even know about. So Annette knows how that goes.
Yep.
Oh, one other thing this weekend for the local guys, June 28th, around 10 o'clock at Linden Cemetery, which is on Highway 50, east of 75, about 10 miles. They're having their yearly fundraiser for the cemetery. And there's 13 soldiers in there that we take care of. We have set headstones in there, and the last couple that we set, they didn't really know where they went in the cemetery, but they knew they were in there. So one of the caretakers, who happens to be Wayne Sweat's brother-in-law, has dedicated a section of that cemetery. If they don't know exactly where the soldiers go, we got our own section where we can put the headstones, so at least the guys are recognized being in that cemetery.
Wow, Donna.
Well, there you go, Ronnie. You were asking about stones. I think I got about 12 left in my shop.
There you go, Ronnie. And I think Major just giving you a hard time.
Does Sue have any plans in the future for the GEC? No, I'm trying to get through the day, Ray. Does Ray have any plans for the GEC?
Exactly.
Me and Ray Easter talk. If he doesn't call me by 7:15 on Sunday mornings, I think something's wrong. Usually about 6:30, 6:40, my phone's ringing on Sunday mornings.
Did you get your phone called this Sunday?
Yeah, I did. On the way home, my phone was ringing after spending the whole weekend with him. He's got to where he talks to Kathy anymore as much as he talks to me. But that's what this all about, man. If it wasn't for this, I'm not talking about Metcalf now. I'm talking about the SCV. And a lot of these guys like Ray I met through the Metcalf, but the whole organization are just all these guys all over the country that we would have never had a chance to know if it wasn't for this organization. And I always tell the story. I went up to had to fly up to Rochester, New York a few years ago to pick up a new pickup truck for one of our guys at work, and he didn't want to fly. So I got on the plane and drove up to Rochester to the main office and picked up a truck. And I felt like I was on my own until I hit the Virginia state line. Now, we know some boys up in Maryland and Delaware up that way, but until I hit the Virginia state line, then I knew I was home. If I had a problem, I could make a phone call, but in 15 minutes, I'd have somebody there to help me out. That's what this is all about.
Yep.
Not all the fighting and hell raising and doing stupid crap. A lot of people we know all over this country because of this organization.
All right. I don't know if you and Calvin talked about this yet, but
Well, that'll be a Calvin deal there, Carl. Usually we all go to supper somewhere, but we go get a chili dog somewhere,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, Billy Gorman joined the chat.
I'm not going to say what I normally call him. Hey, Billy. Billy was there this weekend.
Yeah.
With us.
Yep. Thank you on that. That's good to hear. Dad, if you don't have anything going on next Sunday, I would love to bring you on. That way you can give us a update on what happened at the OCR big meeting in Tennessee. Joe Ford from Kentucky.
Oh, I talked to Joe today.
Yeah, cool.
Trying to figure out what we're going to do for the National Annual next year in Georgia as far as accommodations.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody announces they're having an event, then the motels are usually full within 48 hours.
Yep.
And we have two dogs back to the mechanized cavalry. And the last week in August, North Carolina guys, Kevin Stoney and them guys have been hosting this event. It started out in Kevin's backyard, my God, probably 30 years ago. And now it's turned into a pretty big event. It's in Maggie Valley. It's called Two Dogs. And that's always a good time to go there because, you go to different parts of the country, you see guys you don't get to see all the time.
Yeah. Yes, Victor, there was good food that Mike Reynolds and Ronnie Nichols put together.
No, we got the best cook in the state of Florida. I mean, in the whole country. We can eat down here. Yeah, I didn't hear anybody complain about the food at all. Nothing.
Nothing.
The only complaint I had was the motel wasn't working. And I couldn't do nothing about that.
Yeah, it was a great event. From the ice cream shop to all the restaurants and bars. Yeah.
And don't forget about what was that paddle boat called? The Dora Queen we all went on Saturday night?
Oh yeah, that was a blast.
I went on that kicking and screaming. I didn't want to go, but Mama said we're going, so we went. I had a ball.
Oh yeah.
If I'd learned to listen to her a little bit more than I do, I'd probably be better off.
Bobby Grenier said the Dora Queen.
Dora Queen.
Yep. You guys may have saw the little video I posted on that. It was great.
We sort of just went up there like we owned it, and everybody that was already there had a ball. We had a good time that night, man.
Oh yeah.
But if it wasn't for Bobby Grenier, I don't know what we would have done this year. Might have had in my backyard by the pool.
Yeah. Bobby, you did great. Thank you for your support and everything you did. Yeah, We even got Kevin Stone to stir the pot.
I'll tell you a little story behind that, I think. Every year we go to Two Dogs, and Ronnie jumped into it the last couple of years. It seems like I always get stuck behind the grill, which I don't mind at all. I go up there, we're cooking, and you sit around the parking lot all day, shooting the breeze, and they start cooking supper or what have you, and I'll always jump up and give them boys a hand. I think Kevin might have felt a little bit guilty about it. That's why he was cooking the shrimp that night. He got a picture made anyway, cooking shrimp.
I did a video.
But no, we had what Kevin was help cooking. Magoo, Doug Rainey out of North Carolina, he was walking around, seeing the trash cans were getting full, so he emptied the trash cans. Then he danced with a trash can, I think, for about an hour, just dancing all over the place, people throwing trash in it. So everybody pitched in, man, and I had to leave for something and come back Saturday morning. I was expecting a total mess. I mean, you know how it goes. The tables were cleaned off. All the trash was put in the dumpster. I mean, I was expecting just a total nightmare because the last time in Cedar Key, it was basically me and Kathy and about two other people mopped that place and had to clean the whole place up. And we had to get our big pots and all that stuff and put them in the truck and cook. That was it, man. It was done. It was 100% done.
Yeah.
So we had the rest of the day Saturday do what we needed to do.
Yeah, I was expecting like you when we walked in Saturday morning.
Yeah, we don't leave a mess anywhere we go in the Met Cab. I've even seen guys at the motels up Stone Mountain get a broom and a little dustpan and go around and sweep cigarettes up out of the parking lot.
Yep. Other than headstones, when's your next camp meeting?
Mine?
Yeah.
July 12th.
Oh, okay.
At the Florida Pioneer Museum up in Dade City. Kathy, can I talk about the Plant City deal? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back, guys. Like I said, this weekend was a blast. Getting to meet Ray Easter that was just on. Billy Gorham, whole bunch of guys. I mean, it was great. David's probably talking with Kathy right now. He'll be back, but the town loved us. Checking out the museum. The ice cream shop was good. Yeah. Are you out of the doghouse?
Sorry about that, man. Me and laptops don't get along.
That's all right.
I'm lucky I figured out how to get back on that quick. I ain't gonna touch nothing. I'm just gonna sit here.
But yeah, get back to what I was saying. Yeah, hanging out with all my friends that I see and talk to all the time and meeting new ones. It was a blast.
Yeah, we get a bad name. Some people in the SCV don't like us, but and some of it's our own fault. What's going on over the few years, but I can honestly say the last 2 years. Well, this year at Officers Call was good. Last year was a total train wreck. But I think we've got some people calmed down a little bit, and I think everything's going to be on the right path from now on. But we're in the people business. There's always going to be somebody that does something. Hell, I might be that guy one day. Like I told everybody at the meeting, don't be the guy though.
Yep.
And but we're good, especially down here.
Yep. Yeah, Southwest Florida region, which is under David King, we're good.
And the Florida division's in good shape. We just
Yeah.
came off our division reunion in Ocala, and everything was cool. There's always going to be little something you got to tighten up a little bit, but other than that, everything's good. Nothing major, and here we are.
Yep. Guys, if you have questions for David, as David would say, let it rip.
Yeah, my main thing is I'll get an email out to the guys, just making sure we get these cabins taken care of over there at the fish camp. If we can only fill up one cabin, I need to know, and so we can let her release it for somebody else. I don't want to cost them any money.
That's good to know, Bobby.
Yeah, when I walked out of the motel room Friday morning and seen the 3 cop cars parked there in front of the motel, I'm like, my God, here we go, man. And I'm looking in the cars to see which one of our guys was going to jail, but they were all parked there going to the coffee shop.
I was trying to get him to go after Jeffro so we don't have to put up with him going to Houston.
We'd have to call the state people out of Chattahoochee to haul Jeffro off. He's past police. He's past the policeman.
We were right there by the jail anyhow.
And the only time the police were even around, even though we invited them to come over and eat with us on Friday night, was during the meeting Friday. A bunch of guys rolled in. And parking was a little bit tight there at the community center, and a couple guys parked in employee parking for the library, and I think a couple of them parked in front of a fire hydrant. But they just come out and ask us to get our stuff out of the way. So that was it. So that was a non-issue at all. Other than that, we didn't. And the golf cart guy, I think he rented out about every golf cart that he owned. That was just last weekend. So we dumped quite a bit of funds into the city of Tavares for the local people. And I'd much rather give it to the local people than, some big corporate motel.
Here you go, David. Chip, this was towards David, right? I think it was towards you. Your camp meeting is on a Saturday.
No, Chip, we're going to be at Linden Cemetery on Saturday for their yearly fundraiser for the cemetery.
Well, David's camp's doing that. My camp will be in Everglades City for the 4th of July parade. We will be supplying the cannon to start off the festivities in Everglades City. They do little things different down there.
And the Linden Cemetery, I've been going up there for years, and they sell, I think it's $10 for a plate. It's all, it's all donations. And they have a damn cake raffle. And I've seen some cakes up there go for $1,500 to $1,800.
Wow.
It depends on which little old lady makes the cake, which one brings the most money in. But there's a lot of elderly people up there that have lived there all their lives. And I've seen some extravagant prices for a cake that so-and-so made.
Yep.
So it's pretty, they sell raffle tickets. It's a fundraiser for the cemetery. And we just we don't set up or nothing. A lot of people from the camp go up there and just hang out for the day.
Yep. Chip was asking, yes, on July the 12th.
Yes. 9:00 at the Florida Pioneer Museum in Dade City, Chip.
Yep. Come and hang out with all of us.
Yeah, come on up. We're wide open, man. We got nothing to hide. Yep. And the Mary Molly Bell chapter OCR that's attached to our camp, they have their meetings up there also the same time we have ours. If it's real hot, we'll go and they'll take one of the air conditioning rooms in the museum and we'll take the other one.
Sorry, David. I had to. I started laughing at this one. This if I won't talk about the story here live on the air, but if you see me out and about, I'll tell you the story.
Well, ain't nothing we're not used to, is it, Sean?
No, but Ronnie does have a new nickname.
Yeah, I got him a patch. Billy's supposed to be making me a patch. You can tell the story, Sean. Go ahead and tell the story, man.
All right. So we're all sitting in back of the hotel, drinking, talking, and joking, and me, Ronnie, and a few others. As soon as we got out the door at Queen, we went and had dinner. So, well, David and the other half of our crew went to sit in back of the hotel, and adult beverages and all that were flowing. So we came over and we're sitting down, and go ahead, David. I'll let you roll with it.
I don't know what happened, but I knew Roy Hudson was involved in it somehow.
Yeah.
And I got blamed for it, but Roy's the one that stirred the pot.
Yep. Since we came back.
Have Roy tap in there. He can finish the story.
Yep.
I just stirred it up once I got started.
Yep.
But I tell you what, if some people, if they would have took the beating that Ronnie Nichols took Saturday night, they would have probably cried and packed up and went home, man. But Ronnie took a beating for about 2 hours.
We all came up with multiple nicknames for him.
Right. So I guess Ronnie's a keeper.
Yep. If you could take abuse from us, you're good.
Oh God.
But yeah, I mean, it was a blast. When the cops pulled up to the coffee shop, me and Jeff were sitting on the balcony above the coffee shop. And I pointed to Jeffro and said, "Hey, he's right here. Haul him away." I told him he's wanted in 3 states for doing weird stuff.
Is Jeff on here tonight?
No, he's working nights this week.
Okay.
So right now he's currently at work.
Keeping the
That's
AC
right.
running. You got any input? You got nothing to say?
Come on, Kathy.
Nah. She had a shower. She's running around her PJs. She's not interested in getting on the camera.
Yep.
So anyway.
That's right, Mitch. He took the abuse like a man.
Did he really tap out, or is he still here?
Who?
Ronnie.
He hasn't made a comment since, so he might have tapped out again.
He left us hanging again, man. We have to talk to that boy about that.
Oh, thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, that's. Ooh. Yeah, we didn't burn nothing down or tear anything up, so we'd be okay.
We should be.
Yep. Sean,
he's back.
Ronnie's back.
Yeah, he did tap out completely.
Okay, all right. Now he's telling fibs. Well, here comes our storm, Sean.
Yep. Yeah, I just dealt with it. Might be coming up to your area and knock my power out for 10 minutes.
No, they just had hail and everything over in Pinellas County.
Joe, you're right. Ronnie went to go get his charcuterie board. Charcuterie. whatever you call it, his meat and cheese board.
Yeah, that's one word we don't say in this organization. People think we're uppity, man.
That's right, Coral.
Sean, I don't have a whole lot left to talk about, man, unless somebody got a question or something. I mean, I'll stay here for
No.
2 hours if you want to. I don't care.
Sandra just joined.
Sandy Coyle?
Yep.
She got on there for Dan because Dan probably couldn't figure it out.
Probably.
They came all the way in from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Twice. They came down for the Florida Division reunion, went home, and came back for the Metcalf annual.
Yeah.
Within what, 2-3 weeks?
2-3 weeks, something like that. Well, in about 2-3 weeks, we'll be doing it to Houston.
Oh, yeah. Me and Carl going to get a chili dog.
Yep. And anybody else that's there.
Yeah, we'll get together and do something.
Yeah.
Like
ready. Go ahead.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to.
I'm just mumbling to myself. I don't know what I got left to go over. You know, we covered November, and I'll be getting an email out to everybody.
Yep.
And then,
I did not hear from any of our guys if there was any type of rides planning yet. So
for our annual,
well, rides plan all the way up to Great Pamic.
Okay.
I haven't heard any yet.
But the main thing is, do what?
Linda's tapping out now.
I'd tap out too, but I'm afraid to touch the keys on the laptop, man. I might blow it up.
Thanks, Linda. You have a good night.
But the main thing is for all the SCV members listening, get your dues paid as soon as you can. Because if you never had the job of a division adjutant, it's aggravating.
Yep.
To get them in late, stragglers. It happens every year. We know it's going to happen every year. But the mechanized cavalry guys, if you don't get your dues paid, then we take you off the roster.
Oh, Dirty Mitch had a question.
Yes. We'll talk about that, Mitch, probably. I guess we could wait till November to talk about it. But we plan on, as a mechanized cavalry, purchasing one of the headstones for one of the Florida guys at Oakwood Cemetery up there in Richmond. In our camp meeting, I'll bring it up, and I know they'll vote on it, no problem.
Yeah.
So that'll be 2 of them. And I think the Florida Division, I think we bought 5 from the Florida Division. We're going to sponsor 5 of those.
Yeah, I'll be talking at my camp meeting after the parade this Saturday.
Right.
See what everybody thinks.
And we'll probably be taking a check up to Houston to donate from the Florida Mechanized Cavalry, either the Forest Plaza or for the museum or whatever. We ain't decided what we're going to donate it for yet, but we'll probably take a check up there for that too. Got to get with Ronnie, see what we're going to do with that.
Yep.
And I'll call all the officers in the mechanized cavalry. But stuff like that down here, nobody's ever said no about nothing. Then we're not blowing the money.
Thank you, Annette. That's good to know.
Okay, OCR is going to do one from Florida.
Cool.
So right there, that's 5, 6, 7. That's probably about 10 that I could. Roy's doing one.
Yep.
Yeah, we won't do them all, but we'll get them. We'll get a few of them knocked out.
Yeah. I think it was like 400.
350, 357, something like that, I think, Sean, was on that list.
Yeah.
347, 347.
Yeah, but the amount of money to donate, I think it was like
$450. I think
gotcha.
it's 450.
Yeah.
It's in the Confederate veteran.
Yep.
We got called out on it. I don't have nothing else.
Oh, thanks, Ray.
Yeah, I don't know, Ray. I don't know how that works. I don't know if if you guys receive them up there because you live right in that area. I don't know how that works. I was just going to write a check and send it to the Southern Monument people up there in Carolina. And once that's done, I don't know. And something else we did here recently. One of the good guys in the Met Cav, he was a captain up in Ohio of all places, and he known him for years. He was a great guy, man, great guy for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And he passed away of cancer. Last time I seen him in Tennessee he was sticks and bones, man. And we pitched in and helped pay for his headstone for the family from down here in Florida.
Yep. Derek, thank you. Are you doing it as an individual or are you doing it as one of your camps? I believe Derek is out of the Tennessee division, if memory serves me right. Yes, he's out of the James M. Sulphur Camp 929, Tennessee Division.
Okay.
Sam Davis Camp of the Year.
They just had a big thing in Tennessee at the Forest Boyhood Home last weekend.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ray.
Okay. Then you'll probably have, I'm going to say, at least 15 from Florida.
Yep. Oh, thanks, Derek. You're going to do it as an individual. Thank you.
There's a list somebody has that we got sent.
Yeah, Rick Roberts has that list. They didn't make enough copies for everybody at division reunion.
Right. We're going to do the Tampa guy. There was only one guy from this area on that list.
Yeah, I've already talked to Rick to see if there was anybody from Marion County, where I live. Used to be called Marion County.
Seemed like a bunch of them guys was over from eastern part of the state and the center part, like Melbourne, what's called Melbourne now, and all that. It seemed like a bunch of them guys was over in that part of the state.
Yeah, that part of the state was more popular. Population was a lot more than over here on the Gulf Coast.
I didn't see any from St. Peter, Clearwater. Only one from right here in Hillsborough County.
Right.
So the camp will probably pick him up. Then to make cat, we can pick from whoever we want to.
Yeah.
So Ray better get his work boots cleaned up. Take a nap.
Yep. Donna, if you can send me a copy of it, it'd be great. That way it gives me something to talk about at my camp meeting Saturday.
And Donna, I don't have a list here at the house either. Can you bring me a list to Linden Saturday, please?
Yep, we're putting Donna on the spot. We usually do.
He's probably busy keeping the air conditioner running tonight down in that big building.
Yep. All right. Last call. Does anybody have any questions or comments for David? Feel free to ask now.
Don't call me
All
no
right.
dirty names.
Yep. And Donna, Annette needs the list also. Thanks, Donna. Well, that's a easy email list. Me, David, and Annette.
Yeah, hey, that's no big deal for Donovan Pearson or Mary.
Yep. Roy, you nailed it right. You nailed it.
Well, I'm not going to say I'm not going to miss it, but I think I'm going to miss it. You can ask Kathy. I'm on the phone all the time, but that's good. A lot of it's just BSing, but a lot of it's problems in different states.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Time for some young boys to get in there and do it.
Yeah, ready. As I said, it was the last call. We're getting ready to end the show. I just want to say thank you, Captain King, for coming on and your years of service.
Well,
13
appreciate it.
years. So, guys, if you're feeling down and out, check out Psalms 23. It does lift my spirit. Uh, hopefully we can get Annette Lindsay on next Wednesday, depending on her schedule, and go from there.
I
Wow.
think we need to
Thanks,
get
Joe.
Carl Jones on here and talk about chili dogs.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. He's the captain of Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's also obviously Army of Tennessee member like we are.
Yep.
Good guy.
Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Annette. Thanks, Al. I forgot to say hi to you earlier. But guys, we're calling it. Thank you for joining us tonight. Like I said earlier, thank you, Captain King, for taking time out of your busy schedule. Guys, till next Wednesday, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and may God bless you. Stay young.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
My name is Nelson W. Winbush. I'm a member of the Jacob Sumner Camp 1516, Sons of Confederate Veterans. My reason for joining the Sons of Confederate Veterans, after the NAACP declared they would destroy and remove everything Confederate in 1990, I decided that I would do all I could to make sure that people understood what the Confederacy stood for.